It seems like you've been very involved, as just like your husband has been, for over 2 decades into the PTA system. So talk about that journey a little bit, and how have you had that? That's a long, long time.
22 years.
That's huge.
It's been just starting as a head room parent, and then finding out all the things that the PTA does beyond, the fun parties and all that good stuff, and getting involved with Watchdogs. I mean, we helped start it at that school together.
Sure.
And just the different things that PTA stands for, I just continue to evolve into different positions beyond council president, beyond a state leader, and now I'm a national leader as well. So it's pretty
Talk about
cool.
that a little bit. I think people just think it's just bring cookies and hang out, but it's much more involved.
We have our primary goal through PTA, our mission and our vision is to educate, empower, and engage our families. The ultimate goal is student success. In fact, our Texas PTA motto is Back the Future, and we have a silhouette of a boy and a girl with that statement on there, because that is the basis of everything we do. We've changed legislation. I mean, most people don't know that the PTA is actually responsible for vaccination records.
Oh, wow.
And
so before that, you could just bring a kid and they could have been vaccinated or not? It wouldn't matter?
Correct.
Wow.
There was no record keeping, so the PTA was responsible for that. We were also responsible for the public drinking cup being abolished, which if you watch Little House on the Prairie, that little cup that, they'd go outside to drink from the well, that was the public drinking cup. And the PTA was one of the ones that abolished.
Cup?
They shared the cup. If you watch, you're going to go watch Little House on the Prairie now.
I'm going to take your word for
it. They would go out and they would share this cup, and
just spread diseases.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so the PTA was one of the ones that helped to abolish that, and get public drinking fountains, which really don't exist that much either, I guess. So, we've continued to evolve, and we do a lot more than just bake cookies and have parties, and we're all about programs and developing families to help them, set them up for success with their students.
I know we try to get involved, obviously, my wife and I, but talk about why, they don't have to be as involved as you are, but
Correct.
Talk to a parent that's listening right now that hasn't really committed to a PTA.
To a PTA?
Yeah, and why they probably should.
Well, a lot of people think that you should not even look at the PTA because we're going to ask you to volunteer for the rest of your life.
Right.
That's really not true. If all you can do is commit through your membership, those membership dollars, and believe me, it's a really small amount compared to other things that we spend our money on, they're used for the kids on the campuses. We provide programs. We provide resources for the families to know how to get their kids into college, how to, get successful with their students, because it's all about student success. So I encourage everyone out there who hasn't looked into the PTA to have a conversation with your PTA rep on your campus, or call our state reps at 1-800-TALK-PTA, and we can explain it to you. We have so many things going on. Rally Day is every odd year. We go to the Capitol in Austin, and it's amazing to see how many students actually come up there with us. And we talk about the legislative priorities. The kids are understanding, because, they're our future. They're understanding what's going on up there. So there's a lot more going on than just cookies. And we love for you to volunteer. Like JJ was amazing, and, the other dads that started the Watchdog program.
Watchdogs, yeah.
But, there's a lot more to it. We ask you to have a conversation with us. We've got a lot to offer.
And
can you talk about, so you talked about some of the things that you've changed in the past. Can you talk about anything that you're working on, or?
I can tell you some things that have happened recently, like since 2017 to the present. If you aren't familiar with David's Law, it's a cyberbullying bill that was helped passed by the Molnack family who lived here. PTA was a really strong supporter of that bill. We rallied for it, and it did pass September 1st of 2017. We also got the e-cigarette age limit raised we found that, there was kids that were younger than the legal age able to bring it onto campuses and obviously abuse the tobacco. So
And
we
there was
had
no
that
rule for it
raised.
before, is that the thing?
Correct. And have y'all ever heard of powdered alcohol? Because I hadn't.
No,
Powdered
but I
alcohol,
want to
is it
find
like,
out
is it
now.
like powdered milk?
It's kind of that way. Apparently, it's for, the avid campers that want to take a beverage, legal age campers, take it up and add liquid to it. I'd never heard of it, but apparently the kids are way smarter than us. They
Yeah.
knew about it. So there was no monitoring. And again, PTA was able to get involved in that and raise a legal age limit.
So
on
what are
it.
the legal age limits for both of those?
21.
Both 21. So they can't have
21.
it.
Now, there are some exceptions to those that serve in the military, obviously. So, they weren't there. So PTA is having conversations. There's still conversations that are being had about STAR testing, etc. We help to get some of the credentialing down, which, just things that people don't realize that we're doing, because the parties are great and we advocate for that, but, we're trying to engage with our public.
Yes.
So really a conversation really would start, I think, everybody's passion, because if you can't tell, I'm a little passionate about
I like it. And to get more information, get involved, just paid membership, volunteer, you can call. It's 1-800-TALK-PTA. Again, that's 1-800-TALK-PTA. We'll be right back with Bobby and JJ Radio.